This morning, signs of a dramatic shift in the nation's thinking about marijuana. A new survey finds a majority of Americans, 54%, support legalization. Only 41% backed the idea 4 years ago. And 75% now believe it's only a matter of time before pot is allowed across the country. CBS News analyst Frank Luntz recently led a focus group of 25 people here in Studio 57.
Honest answer, okay? And I'll raise my hand. How many of you have smoked pot? Raise your hands. Okay, you're all broken the law. I was just kidding. You've broken the law. So you did something that was against the law. Why?
Just wanted to see how it was, trying it the first time.
You know, you sound like you're still on it now.
Nah, not at all. I've been clean for many, many years.
Have you tried it?
I've tried it. It was in the privacy of a group where we know we weren't going to get caught. And I tried it and didn't do anything for me.
Colorado has legalized it.
Yeah.
And they're going to make money from it. They're going to tax it. Isn't that the best approach? Those who don't want to use it don't have to, and those that do pay a tax on it.
And like alcohol was illegal at one point too, and we were able to make money from it. And now, if you read the papers and you see that there are more drunk driving accidents that happen more, and you don't hear as much about marijuana and like accidents that happen with that.
Who supports it? Raise your hands. Most of you. Who opposes it? Do you feel old-fashioned by opposing it?
To a certain degree, because most of my peers would say we should legalize it.
But you don't.
I don't think so. I think there's enough problems out there with drunk driving, and I could just see a lot of problems emanating from legalizing marijuana, quite frankly.
So he's equating it with alcohol. Do you?
No, I agree. I think that it should be legalized. It has very positive medicinal purposes, and it's not as dangerous as some of the other drugs that are out there. And people are doing it, and, may as well make it legal at this point.
So is Colorado a state to emulate or a state to avoid? Is that a good approach or bad approach?
It's either or, depending on who you are. I believe in free choice. So if you want to go there and visit, go ahead.
It seems to me that you're judging it by people's free will.
Free will can be taken to extremes. What's next? Legalize heroin?
But is that the same thing here?
No, it's not the same thing. But if you're applying the logic of people should be allowed to do what they want to do, that could logically be extended to taking heroin or taking cocaine or any other drug and legalizing that.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
When they're 18, official adults, and they said, "Mom, I want to smoke," would you yell at them?
I would feel worse if they were smoking cigarettes. I think cigarettes have caused so many health problems in our country. Ramifications are deadly for years and years. I don't think that people smoking recreationally are going to be smoking constantly like people do with cigarettes.
Frank Luntz, good morning. So what was the most surprising thing you learned?
Well, first off, that so many people were prepared to acknowledge on national television that they smoked pot.
Including you.
Including me.
Yeah.
Have you?
I'm not part of your focus group.
Have you, Charlie?
Have I?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you?
No.
No, never.
Never.
It is now reached the point where we actually look at people differently who say no.
Really?
It has become so accepted, and what my surprise is...
I don't think you're different, Gail.
It's that younger people...
I want to, but
are driving. Well, I can make that happen after this segment's over.
I just want to try it. Okay, go ahead.
It's been my favorite polling question of all time, paper, pipe, or bong. The best answer, all three.
All three.
It's that younger people that are changing the culture. In the 1960s, we all focused on that divide between the teens and their parents. Now, actually, young people are making a difference. They've changed on gay marriage. They've changed here on drug use. And our whole society is changing because they're driving it.
Were there big generational differences?
Yes and no. I think it's actually more political differences. Republicans tend to be more against it. Democrats tend to be more for it. But in the end, it's also regional differences. If you're out west, your attitude is, just leave me alone, government. It's almost libertarian. I want to do what I want to do, and as long as I don't hurt anybody, then it's okay.
I was just looking at that. So in the states where it was yellow, it's medicinal is approved. Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
And it's almost all west. I think the South will be the last region of the country to respond to it, as well as the Northeast. But we're all changing.
Thank you, Frank.